Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to use the dual concurrent camera on your Android application using CameraX. So let's get started. So dual concurrent camera, what I mean is to use the front camera as well as the back camera and display both the cameras simultaneously in a single screen. So I have recorded the video. Now please make a note that dual concurrent camera are not supported on all Android devices. If you are using a very low old Android device, that's what I mean, sorry, a very old Android device, then dual concurrent camera might not be supported. So first let me show you guys the output. So again I have recorded the output. It is asking me for camera permission. I'll give the camera permission, and here you can see this is the front camera, and on the top side, right hand side corner, top right corner, you are able to see the back camera as well. So I'm displaying two cameras, so I'm just trying to move it, as you can see, and it is moving it as well. And for the when I click on take photo, whatever has been displayed in the front camera is getting captured. Like I'm not really doing anything with the back camera, but if you want to do anything with the back camera, you can do that as well. Same way that I have set up for the front camera, it is just one line of code. So I'll show you how to do that. So first you have to create an Android application. I'm using XML layout, but feel free to use Jetpack Compose as well if you feel like. Now the very important thing is you need to use Android X, like CameraX version of the library 1.5.0 or higher. Now at the time of me recording, it is still in beta, that's why as you can see I'm using the beta version. Now before you get started, first you need to go to build.gradle.kts. here you need to add library camera core, camera 2, camera lifecycle, camera view, as well as camera extension. So make sure you add all of this. Next you need to go to libs.versions.toml, and here you need to add this camera core dependency. Okay, and here you can add camera extensions. Okay, again camera core, like I said, you have to use 1.5.0 or higher, then only you will be able to use the dual concurrent camera feature using CameraX. Then here we have added this Android X camera extension, Android X camera lifecycle, Android X camera view, then this camera 2, and as well as this camera core. Then you just have to click on the sync now button to download all the dependencies for you. Once you do that, you need to go to android manifest.xml, and here you need to add this usage feature of camera, then the camera permission, as well as the write external storage permission. Then you need to go to activity_main, and here first I have defined the preview view for our front camera, which occupies the entire width and height, as you can see over here, and we are constraining it to all sides of the screen. Then this is for the back camera, where I have given it a fixed width and height, and here you can see I have just constraining it to the top right side corner, and here I have one button as well for taking the photo. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Then you just need to go to okay, hopefully I have already shown you this Android manifest, and then you need to go to main activity. So I'll just scroll up, and here you can see these are all the imports, so feel free to pause the video and just copy the imports. There are a lot of imports. Then here we have this camera selector for our primary as well as secondary camera selector. So this is the front camera, this is the back camera. Okay, then here we have image capture use case as well. Now instead of image capture, you can also do video recording. If you want me to make a video on that as well, do let me know in the comments. Then here we have this executors.new single thread executor. This is the first preview view, which is the front camera, and this is for the second preview, this is for the back camera. Okay, then here this is just for checking whether the camera permission was granted or not. So this is just boilerplate code. If the camera permission is granted, then we immediately call start camera. Then inside on create, we initialize our viewfinder, both of the viewfinder, and if all permissions are granted, we start our camera, else we call request permission. Then on click of our button, we just call take photo. Then here we get hold of our image capture. Here we define the simple date format, passing it our name. Then here we have the content values by passing the display name, MIME type, and if Android version greater than P, we also set the relative path. Okay, then here we have this image capture output file options as well. Then here we just call image capture.take picture. Here we override the on image saved method as well, and once the image is captured, we just display a toast message. Okay, so the image is saved to the Photos app, but here you can see we are also getting the URI of the saved image. So if you want to display it in an image view, you can do that as well. Then here is our start camera. So first we define the aspect ratio strategy. Then here is our resolution selector as well. Then here is the process camera provider dot get instance of this. Then we add a listener to this. Then we do camera provider future dot get. Then here first we get hold of our default back camera, assign it to our camera selector. Okay, then we just loop over the available concurrent camera infos. Okay, so first for primary selector we get the lens facing front camera selector. Then this for secondary camera selector we get the lens facing back, and if either one of them are null, then we set both of them to null, else we just call break. Okay, then if either one of them are null, so what I am doing is that I have not like shown you guys in the output, but in case either one of them are null, then I'm just hiding the back camera preview view, as you can see over here, and we are only displaying the front camera. But you don't have to follow this. You can also display only the back camera and hide the front camera. It's up to you. So here you can see I'm hiding the back camera. I'm displaying our preview view. Here is our image capture as well. We unbind our camera, we bind it to the life cycle as well. Else, in case it is able to find the primary as well as secondary camera selector, that means concurrent camera, dual concurrent camera is supported on your Android device. So in that case, we first define our primary preview, then same way I define our secondary preview as well. Then here I define the image capture, but here you can see I have only added the image capture to our primary group only. If you want, you can add the image capture to your secondary group as well. This is the only one line of code which I was telling you was missing, but I have not added that. So it's up to you how you want to define it. Then we have to use this concurrent camera dot single camera info, passing our primary camera selector, primary group, and here you have to define the composition settings. So you can play around with the alpha, offset as well as the scale. It's up to you. And we also need to pass the lifecycle owner. Then here is our secondary as well, for we define the concurrent camera single camera info, passing our secondary camera selector, secondary group, as well as composition settings. Then we unbind our camera provider, we bind it to the lifecycle, and we just pass context compat dot get main executor of this. Then we define a method calling request permissions, and here we have one method called or permissions granted, just to check whether all permissions was really granted or not. Then here we override on destroy, where we shut down our camera executor. Here we have our companion object as well. We just have some variable like the file name format as well as the required permissions variable, which takes camera permission as well as write external storage permission. So yeah, that's all there is to it, to show dual concurrent camera in native Android application using CameraX. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.